To me, really, it's just the thrill of sharing something that we're passionate about and something that we've made a lifestyle from with other people.
You know, it takes a certain type of person to really want to do what we do here.
It's the future. It's the future of agriculture and it's the future of the world.
The master's objectives for the program are to identify an employee that will work well on their farm, number one, because this apprentice is a paid person. Their responsibility is to expose that apprentice onto all aspects of their dairy farm. So we really want that master to engage that apprentice a lot more into that dairy as if they were going to be somebody that could work into a management role. As a result of doing that, in most cases, the master gets a much more engaged employee.
We started looking at the Dairy Grazing Apprenticeship program as possibly a way to, first of all, take some of the work burden off of us and allow us some more breathing time, and also because we have felt like we're not done dairying yet. We've got no children today who seem to want to step in on it, and we have a lot to share, and we wanted to share that with somebody, and so we started exploring the dairy grazing program.
I see DGA having very positive effects down here. One thing it provides is a pool of people to hire from, which was always a problem for me. It was very difficult to find somebody who was interested in being an apprentice.
I think it really helps bring in fresh blood into the dairy industry and into grazing, which I think is great for the industry. And also it's a good way to enter the field if you're coming from a different background and you want to get a wide breadth of knowledge, because on a farm you've got the financials, you've got management, you've got grazing, you've got machinery. There's just so many different parts that all come together that there's a lot to learn.
I think most of the apprentices and masters that are out there, the mindset is very similar. You know, it's the end goal is very similar. Whether it's a farm that's going through a succession plan, or a farm like ours where we're just really looking for people that want to be invested here, and whether they go off and try to run their own operation someday, or they allow us to grow and own animals. Everyone has the same goal.
In that respect, this dairy grazing apprenticeship has sort of helped me pass down some knowledge and made me communicate with apprentices and sort of tell them why I do this. To me, it's like I grew up doing this. I shift that fence because that's what you do. Whereas I now have to tell the apprentice, well, I shift this fence, or I put this fence here because that field is too big for the cows to have that whole field in 24 in one day. As I get older, I realise that I can't do everything myself anymore, so I have to explain to people why we do this and get them to do the work as well.
Something what I like very much about the apprenticeship program as a master is that it is a way of getting into contact with other master grazers. Since farming is kind of isolated, it's really a nice way to, branch out your knowledge, to get into contact with others during sessions that they organize for masters.
I'm amazed that how I have some masters that are looking for people with direct dairy experience, and others that say I don't want any experience at all so I can train them. And I've seen apprentices on both their farms, and they've both been successful.
It's a thrill to be able to catch our apprentice's passion and her desire to own and her drivenness. At the same time, it allows us to get out of a 25-year way of doing things and open our eyes that sometimes young eyes are good to have, make us change our perspective a little bit.
We've got to have the next generation, and we don't have it. And that next generation has to be able to come in and enjoy what they're doing and to make money at it. And you've got to graze to do that.
I mean, if there's nothing else about DGA, it has proved to me that there is an interest in agriculture in the younger generation. And for me, that's very heartening.